Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Conqueror Gun Carriage. It's a tier 10 British SPG. It's located on the north spawn of mines, and it's under the command of zoeballz of REBRN. Now Zoe is currently without internet, which is a bit, very frustrating at a time like this, when people just won't come out to fix things. Because of the COVID-19 restrictions, Zoe is actually stuck at home. She can't go out and she can't play the game. And so I really do feel for her at the moment that she's in this predicament, because it really is very frustrating indeed to be stuck at home and have no internet whatsoever. Now Zoe's gone straight to the counter battery. She's looking for the tracer from the enemy Arty. She's gone to the above mode, the God mode, the battle view. Oh, now there's a shell coming in there. And there's one of the Arty straight away. Somebody spotted him, fired around in, and that's a wipeout. She took out the T-92 with one shot. It's a long shot because it's right from one end of the battlefield to the other. It was a 3-second delay for the shell to fly over the top of the battlefield. And there's the next one. We just saw where he was. Yep, she's got it bang on the target. She's just waiting for the reload to go through. And he's just fired again, because it's a batch at 155.58. And he just killed a Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. Rounds out on him. And the shell fell to one side. It didn't go exactly to the aim point. You notice that he's just slightly to the left, which means he probably managed to get just into cover. But the blast radius on these shells, 9.2 inch shells, which is actually 233.7mm, is 1200 alpha. And it's got a burst radius of 12.2 meters. That's a huge area, which means more than likely he was damaged with that last shot. So he's waiting for his next tracer to confirm his position. It'll only take 3 seconds. He has to come close to the building, or move away from the building in order to shoot. But since he's in long reload, oh, Zoe's taken the time to take out a Martian. One shot. So she's had 2 kills with 2 shots. And 1 near miss, I think, with the other one. She's gone back to counter battery again. Now she thinks he's moved position. More than likely he will stay in this general area. Ah, there you see, he is still there, but he just pulled back a bit. And the reason for that is obviously that he's trying to hit our guys. Oh, and the shell lands to the right this time, or to the left if from your perspective at the moment, because it hit the building. He's slightly further back, but he's got 3 shots to fire, that chat. And so he has to get his shots off and accurately hit targets that he's aimed at. And of course he's trying to hit our ST1 and E75 and possibly that 50 TP. So he's looking to get a shot into the heavies. She can't see the Super Conqueror, but no, she can't get shots into them, so she's going to go for the Object 705. Okay, the gun swivels round in its mount. Dialing in, mark the target. Ready to shoot. Now, rounds out. Long flight time. No kill, but I'm sure that 705 is stunned at this moment. And we have got a couple of teammates, including an Object 432, who are coming up on his position. So if he's still stunned by the time they get there, there he is. That's our 432. He's not stunned anymore. He's used his first aid kit to get rid of it. But he's pointing his gun in the wrong direction, and well, there's another round going in. So he's loaded. Rounds out in the 705. This could hit. Oh, it hits the front but splashes him. And the enemy Arty's been found. The other enemy Arty's been spotted. Zoe's staying with the 705, but she now knows precisely where he is because, yes, he was spotted behind the building. One of our teammates up on top of the hill saw him. Now, if he dares move out from that position, he's going to get shot at, and he knows it. So he'll stay behind that house. And this gives Zoe the opportunity to land a round right on his head. Oh, Zoe got it! The other Arty, the T92 HMC, fired in at the same time, but Zoe was the one who got the kill. And that's a counter battery. There's only 4 enemy tanks left. One's up in the north, the Super Conk, and we've got a Conqueror moving in on that position. He's probably in that little dip, poking up the bush. So he's dialing in, almost loaded. Remember, she'll be able to loop a shell over that rock right into that Super Conk, and it hits the rock. That's not very impressive, but oh, she'll do it the next one. And there's a round from the T92, so Zoe and the T92 are both aiming for that guy. He's going to have a very uncomfortable time now. Zoe's switched over to the AMX 5120, who's hiding behind the house. Now she's going to use the splash from this very big round to try and damage that 5120. That definitely would have damaged him. It damaged the building. In fact, I've long suggested that shells like this ought to actually demolish these buildings. And we do have a lot of destructible buildings in the game, and quite a few that are actually solid. But to be honest, I don't think any of the buildings ought to be solid at all when it comes to Arty rounds, because Arty was used to demolish buildings during the Second World War. And if you fire a round at a building, it normally just brings the whole building down with one shot. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but there are clips of a Sturmpanzer 1, the Bison, or Bison, actually I should say, and they use one of those on a building at close quarters, and it literally just took the whole building down. The whole thing just collapsed. Rounds out in the AMX 50. Oh, 389. So he's definitely trying to get a 4th kill. Now, I don't know if you know, but Zoe is the commander of the REBRN clan. And so her deputies have had to take over whilst she's unable to access the internet. I do hope she is accessing the internet by now. She suggested that she would try to gain access using a mobile phone connection with a Wi-Fi. I hope she has got an access now, because I know how dreadful it was for when I was out of contact with people for just a period of a weekend. To have that sort of situation where you have no internet at all and you've got work to do. And of course Zoe is a very active streamer, known not only in the EU area but also in NA. So it really would be very frustrating if BT weren't to connect her, or whoever is actually her ISP were not able to connect her straight away. Well, Zoe's backing up here because that Type 4 is on the south approach to the hill. He must have gone all the way around. Yes, so come on BT, pull your finger out and get her reconnected. That was close. Not Klaus, but close. Zoe's actually changing position. Oh, now this is interesting, because we've got 2 tanks now on the south approach, and Zoe's changing position so she can get a better angle on them. And the further west you go, the more likely you're going to be able to get the round on top of them. Of course, my suggestion would be to go down to Nigel's spot, because you could actually just fire straight into them, looping it over that central rock. Conqueror Gun Carriage does have a very, very good arc. going to have to try and, well, the Type 4's pulled back even more. It looks like our T92 is way down in the south and he's shooting onto their rear. So maybe he's got the right idea. And Zoe, I think, has taken the hint. Is she going to go to Nigel's spot? Looks like so. Yeah, Nigel's spot was a spot I discovered in, I think it was 2015 actually. They've changed it quite a bit since. It used to be just, there used to be a little grass there where you could actually hide behind and a ridgeline. And the enemy just couldn't see you. Just, even if they looked over the edge of the cliff, they couldn't see you. Until, of course, you fired. Oh, now that's cheeky. One of the enemy, the AMX 50-120's gone up to occupy the TD positions. And, well, Zoe's going to put an end to that very, very quickly. He's about to die. Say goodnight, Gracie. Well, it was the T92 that claimed the hill, but Zoe claimed all the hit points. She left him on only 28 hit points, and the T92, well, it's easy for him. He's got the biggest gun in the game with the biggest splash in the game. Well, it looks like both of the Arty are going to be in the south. Three minutes 41 seconds left in the game. And, well, we've only got one tank left on our team. In fact, well, it's a T95, the Doom Turtle. He's trying to fend off the Mouse and the Type 4 Heavy. And unfortunately, we just lost him. The Mouse killed him. The enemy team must be rubbing their hands with glee, thinking, oh, we've got this one, lads. 2 heavy tanks and all the enemy's got is a couple of Arty. Oh, that'd be such a very bad mistake to make. Not when you've got expert Arty players in play. Zoe, I think, is about to teach them a lesson. I reckon they're going to head straight for our cap, thinking that we're still up there, because although the T92 did fire from the south position, as far as they're concerned, the Arty should be in the north. T92 stopped to take a shot. His best bet, though, would be to actually get to the cap. And there's no guarantee that they're actually going to be... Oh no, what's Zoe doing here? You're going to have a squeeze getting past there, dear. Remember, that thing's got a fat ass. Okay, she's going to go to the back of the map, and she's now requesting the T92 come... Go cap. In fact, actually, it's the rest of the team who are saying cap. Zoe's in the cap. Come on, T92, get your ass in gear. Zoe's at the front of the cap, just in case she can spot them. She's technically behind those bushes. If they come back the way they've gone, and I reckon they're hunting Arty right now, and, well, it's normally 1 minute 40 seconds, but if the T92 gets over to the cap, it's not. It's half that. And he's just sitting in that corner. Now he's moving. Okay, now he's coming over. Remember, both of the enemy tanks are incredibly slow. The Type 4 Heavy and the Mouse, they do not go quickly. And so if they have actually gone north, Zoe might actually be able to get a win here against 2 heavies, 2 SPGs showing up the heavies. Okay, the T92 is parking just behind Zoe. 2 in the cap now. What's the betting they're going to come back? I reckon they will, but it'll just be too late for them to do anything about it. Well, that's them firing. How did they loop a shot? They must be up that road. And that's it. It's too late. They've won. Two Arty win against two heavies. They were spotted at the last split second by the enemy, who were probably coming down that road, and it was just too late for them to do anything. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was the second class tanker for zoeballz in the Conqueror Gun Carriage. She managed to get a bruise in the middle for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 13, and she got a counter battery because she took out both of the enemy Arty. And, well, let's have a look at the team score and see exactly what happened. Well, when it came to damage, actually it was the Type 4 Heavy did the most with 3,865, and the next high score after that was the M48A5 Patton on the enemy team with 3,110. The next high score after that was Zoe with 3,034, and well, so she got third on damage in that game. When it came to kills, she got the second highest, with the mouse getting 4, the Type 4 Heavy getting 3, and so did Zoe. And when it came to base XP, it's actually the Conqueror on our team. We've got 870, Zoe got 826, the T54 785. The highest the enemy could do was their Type 4 Heavy managed 738, their mouse only did 580, and our T92 managed to get 703, which was better than the mouse. But it was all Zoe's win in this one. 13 shots fired, 1 direct hit, 0 penetrations. I think the direct hit was actually the T92 that she killed the first shot. 11 splash, damage of 3,034 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 3, and did 77 hit points of damage assistance and 157 of stun assist of 8 stuns. She earned 77 capture points, so she was just 3 away from getting an invader medal, and because she was spotted by the enemy while she was capping meant that she missed out on a raider invader as well, because if the T92 had been a bit tardy turning up, then she would have got the invader medal, but she might have been shot at by the enemy the moment they spotted her. But on the other side of the coin, if that T92 hadn't come over at all to help, if he'd stayed where he was, they definitely would have lost the game, because the guys would have got back in time to reset Zoe. She earned 30,707 credits on a premium account, got 50,000 from Veni Vidi Vici, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, still made a profit of 38,661 credits. 826 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 2,478 taken away altogether. Went down to the wire because there was only actually 20 seconds, or in fact 19 seconds left on the clock at the end of that game when they capped out. So it was very, very close. But Zoe did exactly the right thing, head for the cap, get the T92 into the cap, and then cap out and let those slow, heavy tanks turn around and have to march all the way back to their own cap, and only to arrive too late to do anything about it. Great game there by Zoe. Arty wins again. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and a big shout out to Zoe. Hope you're back on the internet soon, dear, because we need your input, and of course you've got a streaming public, or rather your stream watchers want to see you back online as soon as possible. Thanks very much for watching.